On the 31st of October 2022, I uploaded a video onto this channel telling you that I doubled my credit limit within 7 months. I jumped from a £6,000 credit limit on my American Express British Airways card to a £12,000 limit. Did you know that I actually increased it even more since then? Just over a year ago now, I was able to increase my credit limit to £26,000. I think that's pretty remarkable, to be honest with you. Hello, my name is Oliver, and welcome back to my financial portfolio. And today, we're talking about increasing credit limits and modern things like that. So let's go back to the beginning, when I first got my American Express card back in 2022. I got myself the American Express British Airways Blue card. Now it's a free card, and I was given a £6,000 limit. In fact, I was amazed that they gave me £6,000. I remember applying for it in bed and going, oh my goodness, they're giving me a £6,000 limit. What am I going to do with that? Well, to be honest with you, I think the most I've ever spent in a month is about £3,500 on it. Make sure you can always pay it back, don't ever spend more than you can. But it's actually a pretty interesting one, to be honest with you, because I was given this American Express card and I thought this is going to be great. I'm going to be able to build up all of these points and progress through the system. Now, I was informed by my friend Matt, who is an aviation geek, so he knows everything about Avios points, but also he knows everything about credit cards, and he told me that I couldn't have chosen a worse credit card to get, which I'm not sure if I agree. He said you shouldn't get the American Express Blue card, but it's for the Avios points. He told me to get another American Express card, and based upon my understanding and everything that I've done, because I've had the American Express card for 2 years now, I'd say that the British Airways American Express card is a good card to get, and it's a great card to start with. Now, I say that because it's based on the Avios points. Now, if you don't care about travelling, then go and get yourself one of the free platinum cards or something. Go and get yourself something which pays you back like 0.5% back from every purchase you make or something. But if you're interested in travelling the world and getting some super cheap flights, then have a look at the American Express British Airways card with my link in the description below for you to go and check it out, and I believe the link might get you some free points, which is pretty cool, to be honest with you. Now, if you hit the spending limit on it, you get a companion voucher. A companion voucher is something that you get to use to get yourself a friend on the plane with you, or give your tickets half price instead. I had a look at using my companion voucher. In fact, it just expired. I didn't have the time to use it because moving, my son's birthday, everything just lined up that I just couldn't use it in time. Now, I had a look and I could have gone to America and back for £100, which, to be honest with you, would have been pretty good. But I didn't use it. Mistakes happen. It said that I had to take the first flight out by a certain date, but I couldn't take the flight out because family were coming over that week. It was my son's birthday. I could have used it months before. I wasn't in the space to use it then, and then when I was, it wasn't the right time. So I missed out on using my companion voucher, but it's not the end of the world, because the limit for that, to get your free companion voucher, is spend £10,000. Now, you spend £10,000, you get 10,000 Avios points, and then you get yourself a companion voucher. However, they have recently changed the rules. It's now a £15,000 spend, 15,000 Avios points, because it's £1 per point in most places. Some places give you a few more. But yeah, it's about 15,000 points for £15,000, and then you get yourself a companion voucher, which is good, I guess. It's not the best, to be honest with you. It's a bit annoying spending £15,000, because you have to think, are you going to spend £15,000 in a year? Possibly. You might spend £15,000 in a year, and if you can, good on you, to be honest with you. Although, there are better ways at doing it, to be honest, because if you don't want to spend the £15,000 to get your extra flight, and you spend £10,000, then you can use the extra £5,000 to go on a whim of a holiday if you really wanted to, put it all on your American Express and get the points anyway. So would the companion voucher be worth it? Probably not. However, getting the British Airways American Express Blue card is a good idea, as long as you're not overspending, because you have to pay back within a month. I don't want anyone who's watching this video to go, hey, I'm going to get myself an American Express card and then overspend. No, you don't want to do that. You want the card to get the points. The points go towards flights, and you don't need the companion voucher to fly, because that's the whole point of Avios points. You can also transfer your Avios points to different other types of points and airlines, which is pretty cool. So you can do that. And then, if you don't want the blue card, you could always get the American Express Nectar card. Now this is big for people who shop at Argos and Sainsbury's. I actually happen to have the American Express Nectar card as well, with a £2,000 limit. Now, if you go into a Sainsbury's, you can use your American Express Nectar card and you get Nectar points. And then you scan your Nectar card on top, so you get extra Nectar points. And then what do you do with those? Well, you can actually set up your Nectar app to transfer all of your points into Avios points. So, that's a pretty good deal as well, to be honest with you. If you don't want to hit the limits and you're still spending, double up. Use your Nectar card. Use your American Express Nectar card. You got to build up your points and then be able to use them on flights. Now, points and flights, the ratios aren't the best, to be honest with you. But if you can get yourself a flight, which they do happen, you could fly from London Heathrow to Sydney. I've seen the option to fly for a couple £100 before, thanks to the points. So that's a bonus. You just got to keep building up your points, keep with the spending, and make sure you pay it back. You do not miss a payment, because if you do, you obviously have to pay interest. That's the American Express card in a nutshell, really, and my limit is now £26,000 on it. And then I have the £2,000 on the other card. I have spoken to American Express about either merging the cards into the blue card or the next card, or if I got another card, because I've had a look at the paid cards as well to see their benefits. If I do that, can I merge all of the money together? And yes, I can. So essentially I have a £28,000 limit on American Express, which, why do I need something that high, and why did I even apply to get a limit that high? Honestly, it's purely to show on my credit file that I have access to a lot of money. So if I decide one day to get a mortgage, which that's the plan down the line, they can see that I'm good with money. No one would give you £26,000 on a credit card if they didn't think you were good with money. So that's my thinking of it, at least. Get as many credit cards as I can, get the highest credit limits I can, make sure to never miss a payment, and have that on my credit file to help me get a mortgage or whatever I want to do down the line, which so far, so good. And it's been difficult having the county court judgments on my file, but for some reason American Express didn't even look at those. So, hey-ho, not complaining about that. Anyways, thank you for enjoying this video. I probably completely poo-pooed on the American Express British Airways card, to be honest with you. However, it is a good credit card to get. It's a good starter card. And if I do change to a different American Express card, which there's a chance I'm going to be doing that this year, then of course I will update you in a future video and I'll explain why I have done that. However, if you would like to start your American Express journey and get yourself a card, use the link in the description below and I believe you get some free points, so don't complain about that at the end of the day. Adios my Miss Amigos, thank you so much for watching this video, and I shall see you guys all in the next one, which will hopefully be up soon. Goodbye for now.
The end.
Like this video!